4-5 PTO. 4-5 PTO. Right? Of course. You know, I didn't get in like per se trouble, but I just had to tell him. I said, look, I've been telling you all this time that I've been having problems with the rack lights and amnesty, and it's like everybody just says, well, this just happens, and I'm like, my biggest frustration was that Amnesty does not act like they are supposed to support us. Right? Like today, I told this dude, I said, look, I went down 10 points. And he's just like, okay. And this other lady, I told her, well, if you're going to stop my work, I'm going to just, reset my computer. So yeah, somehow the manager ended up coming back and talking to me. Not my manager, but the manager for the floor. First floor. Right? So I'm like, okay. So he was like, I kind of heard that you've been having some problems with Amnesty. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I've been telling y'all we've been having problems since day one. And it's like everybody just excuses it. They just, well, this happens. Well, sometimes this and sometimes that. And it's just like, it's gotten to the point where, Amnesty feels like they're managers. That they don't have to support us. So, yeah. Anyway, on my way to my last break, it looked like, they was having a meeting with RME and Amnesty. And I don't know why I have been calling Christopher Richard, but you know what? Sometimes I do shit like that when I don't give a no fucks about somebody. I don't care about their name. I don't care about none of that. And that could be my subconscious, working overtime, talking about you don't get no fucks about that man. And I don't. So anyway, have to do a U-turn because there's a train. And I don't feel like just sitting there waiting. So I'm just gonna go back here and go to freeway. I've left a little bit early, so I won't have to worry about as much traffic as the top of the hour of 6 o'clock. Yes. So I'm hoping, that they would understand. So my manager, the manager for PIC, he was saying that that they would prefer that we not tell, not talk to, Amnesty about their job, that we leave it up to the managers. And I'm like, yeah, but it's hard to find a manager when you need one. Right? I'm like, I'm like saying, we can't even find you guys before our shift or after our shift. Much less, clock, clock out of our system and go and look for you. So, I told him, I said, sometimes, these little young men, they're very emotional. And I just hope they don't hold grudges for long periods of time. That's what I said. Because, I've been having problems with them. That's why I keep moving around these floors, keep trying to dodge these. I keep trying to dodge them. Whew. So anyway, he said, well, they didn't say that you said anything bad to them. I said, yeah, but I know sometimes, it's my tone. It's my tone. It's not what I say, it's how I say it. So I was tempted to just leave, and I was like, nah, I ain't leaving. Right? And I'm going to do my best. I told him, I said, hey, I feel like I'm being discriminated against. He was like, what? I said, yeah, I'm the oldest person in the fucking warehouse. And for them to keep stopping my work the way that they do and not report that they stop my work, I do feel like I'm being discriminated against. So I guess I kind of got his attention. I told him, I said, I'm 63 years old. And I'm a woman. So, yeah. And I told him, I said, can you show me, where, you guys will integrate, the time? He was like, right now? I was like, yes, right now. I was like, so you showed me. He was like, okay. So it took him like about 5 minutes, to actually pull the information up. And he said, okay, it looks like, you had 5 downtimes. I'm like, yeah. But my PA, she came over and told me that, I was averaging, 297. How come this doesn't get adjusted before somebody comes and tells me something, because I get offensive and defensive, trying to defend myself. So anyway, I'm thinking I made some kind of impact. It may not result in the change today, but it at least, put some shit on the table. So after break, I wasn't messed with at all. Just a few rack light problems. But as far as, all of that stoppage and stuff that they were doing earlier, I did not, experience that. And I told him, I said, look, I'm old, I try to keep my time between 300 and maybe 310, because I have to go the whole day. I'm only here on the weekends. So I pace myself. But if I get stopped 5 times during, a particular shift, I have to play catch up 5 times. And if they take longer than 5 seconds, if they take longer than 5 seconds, then they cutting into me. They cutting into my time. Well, it's 78 degrees outside. Look at Dallas. Oh my God. She's so beautiful. I thought I would avoid traffic leaving at 5:15 today, but there's traffic out here. So anyway, I did want to talk about that, because it was an issue at work. And since I talked about that, then I'm good, okay? I'm Gucci. Gucci. Because I do kind of use, my diet journey, to journal, my emotions, right? Because I'm telling you, if I wasn't off of my sugar kick, oh my God, I promise you, I probably would have indulged in, a candy bar, some ice cream, and a soda pop, and maybe some chips, just to make me feel better. Because and I told him, I said, look, I am 63 years old. I am not going to hesitate but to tell somebody when they are making my work look bad, when they're a reflection upon my work. I said, but these young people, most of them, they don't. you know, they just quit or allow themselves to get fired. And that's a damn shame. It's a damn shame.